right, Coach, the Aces are headed back to the WNBA Finals. Opening statement.
Obviously, tough, gritty win on our part. Pretty gutsy efforts by a couple amazing basketball players. Obviously, for us, Chelsea and Asia and Jackie stepped up and had some big ones. It was a little bit of everybody. Thought Plum got hit downhill early, got us going a little bit in the paint. So it was a little bit of everybody. And then Stewie, I mean, she was unbelievable tonight. It is hard to win here on any night, let alone given the circumstances, you know. You kind of feel like the girl that beat Serena. It's like bittersweet. I think I know myself and our whole staff and team and organization have so much respect for Sue. She has a fairy tale career. I mean, one that kids dream of. She got to live it. She lived it out loud, and her thumbprint on the game is forever etched in. So we're obviously thrilled to be going back to the finals. I'm pumped for our girls, but feels weird. Feels weird, just because we have so much respect for that other team as a whole, really. I mean, Jewel, they gave us a hell of a shot. Big shots. And obviously, we have our own big shot maker in Chelsea. So it was just two Titans going at it. And it was like, who was going to be the last woman standing? So fortunate. We feel blessed. We feel like we've worked for it. And definitely happy to be moving on and out of this arena for sure.
So you said before the game that if they believed in themselves, like you believed in them, they would do great things. So what do you think their level of belief in themselves was tonight?
You have to ask them. I think it was pretty high.
And then it was hard to keep saying things about Chelsea Gray and what she was doing, but what is your comment on what she was able to accomplish tonight?
I mean, this is something that's just in her DNA. I mean, it's just in her DNA. She is just stone cold with the game on the line. And, it's a luxury. You can just put the ball in her hands and let her go to work. So the smartest thing I can do is just get at me and everybody else out of the way and let her go, especially when she's having nights like that. But I mean, as much as they're sitting there scratching their head over there about Chelsea, we were scratching our head about Stewie. Like, hell, how are we gonna stop this girl? I mean, she gave one hell of a performance. But down the stretch, I thought we buckled in and got stops. More importantly, especially that third quarter, we were able to come out and get some separation, which you're going to have against this team because they're not going anywhere. You get up 10, 15, it don't matter. They're not going nowhere. And they just have the constant foot on the pedal. So you have to sustain that, maintain that. That's the hardest part.
Quick note about Chelsea, the first 30 points, 10 assists game in playoff history for anybody.
She didn't want to see her assist. She wanted to see her turnovers.
Becky, just talk, obviously this was a battle, this series. Just talk about how that's going to help you guys, be battle tested for the finals now.
Oh, I mean, it super equips us. It helps us. We have to let it help us because I mean, that's a championship caliber team, with Olympians and first round. I mean, his first picks. I mean, they're just loaded, and they're special in this arena. So, obviously, they gave us everything they got both nights, really. Like I said, we said coming in here, though, we wanted to get two. We were not satisfied with getting one. And so our mindset was it's a 1-game series every time. Every time you step out, it's a 1-game series. And you win the first 5, and then you go try to win the next 5. And I got a very, very competitive group of basketball players in that locker room.
You made it clear what Sue has meant to you and to the game in general, but how important, it seemed like she was headed off at first, was it for the whole team to be able to kind of make sure that you were on the court?
Well, I wanted us to shake hands with, I mean, they wanted to gather, normally at the end, you don't shake hands during the series, but at the end of the series, normally shake hands, but it was a little bit weird circumstances. And obviously I just wanted to snag Sue and tell her my own individual love for her. She's she's a beautiful mind. Her mind for the game. Yes, her jumper going left is killer too, but her mind for the game is one of a kind. And so you just have so much respect. I mean, I battled against her, and then, like I said, it feels weird to like coach against her.
Let's go one more in here, then we'll hit the Zooms.
Yeah, you talked about luxury and just the rest of your team. Look, Chelsea had a slow start in Asia as well. Just we talk about the other players that kind of felt that once they got to a slow start and then they heated up and then they really executed.
Well, really, I felt like we were giving it away in a lot of aspects. Those offensive rebounds were absolute backbreakers. I mean, because they get butt naked looks on them. I felt like if we could clean up the boards, we'll give ourselves a great chance to steal one. They just hammered us on the glass in that first half, and they were kick out, just dagger threes, just wide open. So I felt, and coming in, I think it was a 3-point game at halftime. And I thought we played terrible. So that was the good news for them. That gave them one piece of good news. Everything else was pretty bad. But they respond. They're competitive. I mean, I don't, there's not enough adjectives for some of these players, honestly. I mean, they're going to be named amongst the greatest to ever play, and to have them all on the court at one time, battling at such high stakes. I don't know if you'll see it again.
Let's hit the Zooms. Matthew?
Hey, Becky, congrats on the,
Country. Go ahead. I'm listening.
hey, Becky, congrats on the win. I asked you pregame just about the toughness and grittiness of this team to come back in game 3, but just what does it say about your team? You fall down 1-0 in this series, and just to continue to fight in different ways to win 2 games on the road, and what you said was maybe the most difficult arena in the entire league. Just what does it say about this group, and how does this put you guys in a good spot going into the finals?
Well, I mean, I told them from the very beginning, the way I want to play, y'all got to be scrappers. You're going to have to scrap. We're going to have to play hard, physical. We're going to be small at times. And so you got to come battle. And they're competitive. Every drill we did, preseason, training camp, everything was, we kept score. We keep scoring everything. Make it competitive, because I want competitive habits. So, and I want you to try to win every time you step out on the court. And as you saw the other day, sometimes it's a minute by minute, second by second. You can't leave any life in these teams, because even 1 second is too much. You just can't let your guard down. So I knew I had some gritty, scrappy teams. We hit our rough spot, and we let that mold us into something better. Because I think we had a point right after All-Star where it was like, all right, y'all, we're either going to come together or we're going to fall apart. We're going to be great individuals, or we're going to be one freaking unbelievable team. You decide what you want to be. But last time I checked, there's no one-on-one tournaments, and they keep choosing each other. And as long as they do that, I like us.
All right, last question, because we have a 5:30 a.m. bus. Mr. Emerson.
Hey, Becky, earlier this season, you talked about during this first year with this group, it was going to be a learning process. You said during the course of the year, you were going to learn about them. They were going to learn about you. During this finals run, what new characteristics have you learned about this team's mental makeup?
I think we just developed a toughness. We developed how to take a punch. Like, that can't be understated, because in the scheme of games, of series, there's going to be these moments that are like make or break moments. And you got to decide in those moments who you're going to be. And, earlier we took some punches and I saw us fall apart. And that was concerning for me. And I told him right after All-Star break, I said, before I even took this job, let me tell you what I saw. and I told them exactly what I saw. Not pleasant things to hear. But they responded because at the end of the day, they're high character people, and most importantly, they want to win, and they will do anything it takes to win. Individual stats, setting screens, Kia, Kelsey, you could go down the line. They want to win, and I can't put that fire in them. It's the first thing I said. You get me a player, get me a competitor. I want competitive people, and luckily for me, I walked into a locker room of them. Thank you.